Welcome back to the channel. This is Andrew, Running with Dr. Andrew, and today I'd like to share with you my number one favorite race that I have ran so far. Alright guys, let's go. My top race that I have ran was the Pisa Marathon. So December of 2019, my wife and I went to Italy and we decided to run a race. And so we decided to run the Pisa, the half marathon distance of the Pisa Marathon. And definitely it was a great trip. Got to explore Rome, the Vatican, as well as I got to run in those areas too, just because we got there a few days, at least a few days before the race. So I got to run around Rome and through the Vatican. So it was really cool places to be able to run around these historical places. Is definitely very exciting. And then we signed up for the Pisa Marathon, which was cool. Hoka was one of the sponsors at the time, so it was kind of a cool sponsor there. And so then what we did was we took a train from Rome to Pisa and stopped in Florence. So we got to stop in Florence and saw the David, and went on to Pisa, and definitely very exciting, very nice town. Everyone's really welcoming, and then definitely that night we went to the packet pickup area, which was like it looked like a school. They had a gymnasium and a basketball court there, so that was kind of neat to see that, a local gymnasium. So it wasn't too far from the hotel, which was good for us. We just walked over there and got to get a shirt, and we saw our name they had a list of all the names that were running and what countries they were from. So definitely this was a race that it was more of an international race. I don't think there's too many Americans that was running at this time. So maybe like 10 Americans out of, I don't know how many. It was quite a bit of people that ran this race. And so the next morning we woke up and walked down to the start of the race. My wife was really excited to run it because she hadn't ran a half marathon in a while, and her goal was to get under 3 hours, which she was excited about it. It was a nice, cool morning, and we all found our spots, and it starts pretty close to the Pisa Tower, but it finishes by the Pisa Tower, which is really cool. And so, everybody, we got to their starting position, and everybody's cheering, getting all excited, and they're speaking Italian, so I didn't really know what was going on, but definitely I could tell there was a lot of excitement. People in their apartments were screaming outside, yelling and cheering for us outside the window. So definitely a lot of good excitement in these races there. Definitely really enjoyed being part of this race. And then, they sounded us off and told us to go, so I ran, and I had a kind of zigzag between a bunch of people because I was trying to get it under my personal record at the time was like 146. So I was trying to get that underneath there. But before that, about 3 weeks before that, I just had ran a marathon. So my legs were pretty tired, not the freshest at all, but definitely I pushed myself as hard as I could in that race, and it was definitely a very enjoyable race. A lot of cheering along the way. Had good crowd support, good volunteer support with liquids and things like that we needed. And then we ran through a field, and so it was really neat to kind of see the residential area of Pisa, because all I think of is just the Pisa Tower, so I didn't really get to see the town. So it was kind of neat. Got to run through a field. They had some drones looking down at us, and it was really neat. And there were a couple people that kind of try to stick with, and they were pacing me, and so we were kind of going back and forth, whoever was going fastest. People were giving us high five along the way, saying bravo. It was definitely a lot of fun. And so you go through, get back down to the old historical Pisa, you go through all the older buildings, and you get to see the Pisa Tower at the end, which was really neat to kind of see that. And we finished by the Pisa Tower, and then you get this pretty cool medal. It's not the biggest medal, but I think it's pretty cool. It's if I don't know if you can see that, it's two people running, and you got the Pisa Tower. You can see it leaning, and this is the sponsors that sponsored the marathon, and obviously Hoka was one of the sponsors there. And so I got to kind of hang out a little bit after the race. My wife was finishing the race. We both had cell phones on just in case we needed each other, and it was really neat. I got a massage, got my stuff, and I was at the finish line just waiting for her, and I got to see some of the marathon finishers. They did really well, like 2:20 or something like that. I think it was the finishing time, so it was really fast. Runners there, and then here comes my wife. I got a perfect picture of her. I'll try to post this up here, going running along, and had like a red carpet for us to finish on, and she ran along, and you can see her finish the Pisa half marathon in front of the Pisa. So it was kind of cool. It was around Christmas time, so there was a lot of Santa Clauses out there too, so it was just kind of cool with that. So I believe it was on, I can't remember if it was December 16th, I believe. I think that's probably what the time was there. And so that was a very exciting race. I really like running international races just because it's different atmosphere and different historical things you don't normally get to see here in the U.S. Really old stuff that you get to see. I mean, you get to see some historical stuff, probably some bigger cities. But some of the local stuff that I run, you don't. It's a lot of modern buildings you get to see. But there you got to see some really cool things. And right in what else? I mean, that's great. You get to finish right by the Pisa Tower. That was definitely very exciting about that. All right, guys, that completes my story of the Pisa Marathon. This completes this series of my top 10 favorite races to run. If you are ever a chance in Italy and run, definitely I would highly recommend running this race if you're in Pisa. Or if you're in Italy, just take a train and go spend the night there. That's what we did. We took a train, spent the night, and then came back the day of the race. So pretty cool when we get to go. And we climbed up in the Pisa Tower and went to the Pisa Cathedral. And so it was very neat, very cool trip there. All right, guys, this concludes this video. So oh yeah, by the way, my wife, she did finish her time. I don't know if I said that or not. So she did get her time under 3 hours. So that was what she was aiming for the Pisa half marathon. All right, guys, this completes this video. Hope everyone keeps safe out there, keep running, and we'll see you next time.